It's not exactly a pleasant thing to realize you're probably going to have to kill one of your friends. And yes, this is about Jaffa, because at this point, sort of everything is about Jaffa. I feel like if I can just get the Jaffa situation sorted, everything will be fine. Because really, that's sort of the only big thing, other than the thing I am most distinctly not thinking about. So, just fix the thing with Jaffa. We just have to cure Jaffa. That is my decision. I've spent a lot of time clearing out the skulk. Here's the hard part, because I've spent a lot of time clearing out the skulk, and I don't even know if it's done anything. I have spent so much time, legitimately, just so much time clearing out the skulk, and I don't know if it's done anything. And I know I was supposed to get to the city, but by the time I got there, I found that he had put named wardens in there, so, that doesn't super seem like an option anymore, or even if it is an option, it would be a lot harder. So, I guess what I need to do is find out if it's helped even a little. Like, if me getting rid of the skulk has helped cure him a little, because if it has, then okay, then this is a path to it. We can just keep going. I will get rid of every single gosh darn block of skulk on the server, including the ones that are decorative in the nether hub, if it means that Jaffa's cured. If that's what it takes, I'll do it. But if it isn't actually changing anything, then I might have to resort to a different plan. A more murder plan. Now, obviously, that is not at all what I want to happen. I want for this to have all been working, and I just need to clear out a bunch of skulk, because I don't want to kill my friends. I feel like I should put that out there. I really don't want to. So I'm hoping that it's had some effect. But when you get right down to it, I don't actually know how to tell if, clearing out skulk has been making Jaffa better or not. Because I don't know, I haven't collected a lot of data on it, okay? I haven't been monitoring it. I don't actually interact with him that much. The last time we interacted, we played mind games, and the time before that, he killed me. So, there's that. But that doesn't mean I'm not doing this in any way that's sort of sciencey. I'm gonna do it in a way that is, as a matter of fact, sort of sciencey. Behold, the Arcadian Skulk Index. Now, this is a little survey I put together, just asking people how, they feel about the skulk. Do you like it? How much do you like it? How often do you use the blocks in your builds? And then, of course, how much do you feel it controls your actions? And how often does it talk to you? Which I think are really the key ones here. And then I sent it out to some Arcadians. As many Arcadians as I thought would be sort of impartial about it, because obviously I can't send it to myself. And I'm not sending it to Jaffa because he's the person I'm, looking for, and I'm not going to send it to Triz or Percy or Silver because they recently had a very large fight with Jaffa, so I figured I would send it to people who were mostly probably impartial about it. And I got some responses, and now their responses are interesting. I've sort of collated them into this spreadsheet here, and you might notice we've got some statistics terms on the bottom here. We've got the standard deviation, we've got the average, and then here I have the low end of the acceptable range and the high end of the acceptable range, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be asking Jaffa these same questions and seeing if he is within the standard deviation of the average for all of the other Arcadians, because I feel like if he is, we've made some progress. He most definitely probably was not earlier. Like, that wasn't good. The assumption I'm making, because really, if I was doing this scientifically, I would have asked him all these questions like before he was infected, but of course, I didn't think to do that because I didn't think he was going to lose his gosh darn mind. But anyway, the theory I'm working on here is that he is more weird about Skulk than other Arcadians. So therefore, if he is out of the standard deviation of the average Arcadian response, then he is still having Skulk problems. And if he is within the standard deviation, then things are at least a little better. That's the working theory. So, I just have to ask him these questions and then work off my very nice numbers that I have calculated over here. The problem, I think, is going to be finding him and making sure he answers honestly, because like I can't work with data that isn't actual data, like that just won't work. So I think the answer to both of these solutions is to stalk his house, or just lurk in his house until he comes home. Because my theory, first part of the theory, is that maybe if I just surprise him really quickly and get him to promise to tell the truth, or just agree to tell the truth, then he'll tell the truth. Because look, he might be infected with Skulk, but he is not so far gone as to, like, throw down a gentleman's agreement, even though he did kill me. So I think if I just jump out at him, and say boo, no, not say boo, if I jump out at him and surprise him and just get him to agree real quick, I think he'll hold himself to that. Second of all, if I end up having to do any smashy smash, turnabout is fair play. He killed me at his house, I'll kill him at his house. Turnabout is fair play. But hopefully Hopefully, it's not gonna come to that. Everything's gonna be fine. I just gotta go and find myself a nice hiding spot to wait in until he goes back to his base, and then everything will be fine. This is the perfect disguise. You see? Okay. So the wings, they blend with the verdant frog light. And the netherite actually blends well with mud. Hey, Jaffa? Jaffa? Yeah. Just a couple of questions.
Hi, Con.
Can you answer a couple questions for me?
Sure.
All right. Can you
Is this with
be
the...
entirely honest when you're answering the questions? It's very important.
Is this homeowners association
No, it's
stuff?
not for the homeowners association. Homeowners association. Let's say the results of this survey could cause the homeowners association to disband, so to say. And that's the truth, because the homeowners association is a front for me sneaking around his base. And if he's not Skulky anymore, what reason do I have to sneak around his base? Do you promise to be perfectly honest?
Sure.
Okay, cool beans, let's get started. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being very, very much, and 1 being not at all, and please stay within the scale, just for, if you feel like you have to go beyond it, you can, but please stay within the scale. How much do you like Skulk?
Let's go for a 10.
Okay.
I don't think that surprises anyone.
Okay. On that same scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being all the time and 1 being never, how often do you use Skulk blocks in your builds?
I mean, I've built with other blocks.
Looking for a number.
You know it. Oh, okay. All right. Let's go for like an 8 or 9.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being at every opportunity and 1 being never, how often would you say you intentionally spread the Skulk?
10.
All right. In regards to Zunti's base, which is 10 out of 10, and everyone can agree, but in regards to the removal of the Skulk, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being great base, but I wish she hadn't removed the Skulk, and 1 being great base, good job for her, how do you feel about her base?
10.
Okay, okay. A theoretical thought experiment, is that the server has unanimously decided to replace some of the grass in the shopping district with, Skulk. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being all of the grass, and 1 being none of the grass, how much grass do you think should be replaced with Skulk?
10.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being all the time and 1 being never, how often would you say the Skulk talks to you?
Doesn't so much talk to me, just it's more like I can feel it now.
What I want to say is, oh my god, dude, that is so much worse. But I don't say that. I don't say that. I don't say that. We're doing science. I'm being objective. I distinctly do not say that. And instead, I just say, that is still not a number, my dude. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to do science.
I guess feeling, talking, not much difference, so let's go for a 10.
Alright, okay. Woo, this is going great. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being all of your actions and 1 being none of your actions, how much do you think the Skulk affects your actions?
I mean, I hate to say 10 again, but it's kind of leaning towards that number, you know.
Thank you for being honest. This is super helpful and not at all emotionally distressing. Okay, last question. On a scale of 1 to 10, with the previous scale of 10 being all of your actions and 1 being none of your actions, how much would you say the Skulk controls your actions?
I'm part of the Skulk, so 10.
Okay. So, just to recap, in case you weren't keeping track, but, Jaffa was only within the standard deviations on the first question. Literally just that one. So, well, I have the information now. And I know what I have to do. I'm really sorry about this, Jaffa. So, yeah, that happened. Look, man, you don't know how much I was practicing. It is hard to hit a mace when you have giant rings on the back of your back. On the back of your back? On your back. I don't know. I don't know, man. It is hard, okay? We're just gonna go with it's hard. And I whiffed it. I really, really whiffed it. Well, that's awkward.
That is awkward.
Okay. So I did manage to kill him, just with a sword and not a mace, because I really whiffed it with the mace. And you might be thinking, Corn, why would you continue to try to kill him when you whiffed it with the mace? And I'm like, the mace was not the point, okay? The point was that I think maybe killing him will cure him. Maybe that's how it works. But what matters right now, is that all of his things are all over the floor because he exploded because I killed him. And he is my friend, so I'm gonna go put them in a chest. That's all his stuff in the chest, I think. Why this guy had 2 elytras on him, I will never know. I will literally never know.
Corn.
Oh, okay, so that didn't work. Okay. It was when I was holding the hoe that sort of everything clicked, because I had been using the hoe to clear out the skulk. So what if I just cleared out the skulk manually from Jaffa?
What was all that about?
We are going to take everything dangerous out of this chest, just in case. Yeah. Okay.
So you're stealing all my stuff, are you?
Well, it seems like a fair turnaround.
No,
We're
Corn!
gonna give this a shot.
No!
We're
Corn!
going to give this
Let me
a
spread
shot.
the
Is what
skulk!
we are going to
Spread
do.
the skulk!
If there's anything you should do after you've killed someone twice in an attempt to cure them, it's find out if they're actually cured or if you're gonna need to have like a round 3 or something. And luckily enough, it didn't take much work to find Jaffa.
Corn?
Hey, dude.
What's happened?
How do you feel about Skulk, man? Just real quick. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about Skulk where 10 is good and 1 is bad? Just gotta know that real quick.
About a 1. Kinda gives me the shivers thinking about it.
I've missed you so much, you stupid idiot.
Stupid idiot.
Don't you ever do that again, okay? Don't you ever do that again.
Do what again?
Oh, my dude.
I don't really know what's gone on.
Oh, my dude, remember
I mean, I
how
kinda-
have memory issues? Now you have memory issues, dude.
Well, I can kind of remember, but it wasn't really me.
I know it wasn't you, I know. Okay, hold on, I have some of your stuff.
Yeah, it seems like you definitely have some of my stuff.
To be fair, I did kind of kill you to get to this point. The first time didn't work. The first time really did not work. For so many reasons. The main one, of course, being that I missed. But there were more important things to talk about than the fact that I cannot aim with a mace. Things like the enchanted crystals, which, hopefully, Jaffa would give back now. Okay. So, do you remember anything about enchanted crystals? Because, I would love to have those back because really no one on the server should have them. I just stick them in the void of the ender chest and we hope for the best.
Oh no.
Now what exactly is that supposed to mean? Okay, what do you mean, oh no?
Oh no.
Jaffa, what did you do? Or it wasn't you, but what did you do?
It's too late, Con. It's too late.
It's never too late. What did you do,
I've got to go. Thank you for
You're gonna
helping.
leave. You're not gonna explain anything. You're gonna leave.
You should leave too.
I'm not leaving. This is my
Corn.
home.
There aren't any enchanted crystals left.
Oh my god, what did you do?
This.
Okay, we can fix this. We can find Scuba. We can fix this.
The skulk wasn't. The skulk wasn't happy with what I was doing, how I was transforming. And they wanted a boost. They wanted me to prove myself. So I gave them all the crystals.
All the crystals you had. Not all the crystals. Dear God, not all the crystals. Okay. Okay, we can... Jaffa, we can fix this. We don't have to... I'm done running from my problems. I'm literally done with that. Okay? We can fix this. You just... Please.
Corn. Thank you.
Do you know how this worked out last time? Literally! Oh my god. Oh my god. So Jaffa was off to go solve whatever cataclysmic problem he'd created all by himself, because that has never gone wrong for anyone ever. And that's never... going to talk to the Skulk alone has specifically never gone wrong for him ever. You know, that's just not a thing that happens. But you know, it is what it is. And I trust Jaffa. He's my friend. If he says he can handle it, maybe he can handle it. I don't have very high hopes, but maybe he can handle it. And more than anything else, I just wanted to go home. This is the sound of it being distinctly not my problem. And me not going and not chasing after Jaffa to help him fix things. This is the sound of me minding my own business and going home. Going home and going to sleep. And if there is a potentially cataclysmic event happening, who's to say? It's not my problem. It's totally my problem. I'll deal with it in the morning. If I deal with it, I am not making the decision right now. I am going to say, you know what? You know what? He says he can handle it. He can totally handle it. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going to bed. Everything is fine. This is how this works. We say it loud enough so we